Greetings. This is Scholar Saunders Singh. What's current? Can we officially say right now that YG is the wackest rapper in the game as of right now? He is so lame. Like when he first came out, I was like, I try to give him a chance. You know, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. But the person that had the strongest bars on the song was his label head. He was on CTE with Jeezy. He had the hardest like bars because Jeezy can rap, even though he's not supposed to be a rapper. He can actually rap. He can actually string together words and sentences and ideas and metaphor and color and imagery. YG, I don't get that from him. I don't understand. And it shows. It shows. There's always the question: do you have sales because you're good? Or are you good because you have sales? That's been the question for eons, for thousands of years. The popular people, are you popular because you are of exemplary talent, or are you somebody that has exemplary talent and happens to have sales or happens to have success? YG, he has success. He has platinum singles. He's got collaborations. He's definitely in the game. But I never thought him to be a rap. I never thought. Oh, that was a hot line. That was a strong bar. Oh, that was hard. That was hard. I never in my life said that about YG, aka Young Gangster. Rick James says YG has more talent in his pinky toe than Kendrick Lamar has in his own body. Salute, sir. I totally disagree with you, man. Totally disagree with you. And YG is not going to be winning a Pulitzer anytime soon. That's for damn sure. YG song Big Bank has the best bars in the game. I don't even think I've ever listened to that song. I can't rate it. I can't relate it until I hear it. But just knowing that it's YG lets me know that it's probably going to be an issue. It's going to be a problem. So his sales, his previous sales were 13,000 for I Got Issues, and his latest effort, Just Read Up, is sold a disappointing 8,000. I don't know, units. I don't know what they're talking about. Yes, it says units. Okay, so it says units. It doesn't say anything about streaming. But yeah. YG is whack. He's pretty corny. I don't feel any like damn that was strong. Yeah, I heard that. That was good personification. That was good simile right there. I don't get that from him at all. In no way, shape, or form. I know he's respected in the game. I know people like him. People saying, he used to grow with Drake. They were tight. They had the song "Who Do You Love." Yeah, okay. Got two cribs in two states. I be doing the most. I got white folks money that I won't blow if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Yes, strong bars, strong bars. That's garbage. That's whack. There's nothing there. There's no there, as Dr. Euron Brook would say. There's no there. I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding. No. No. Like two people. Two people at the moment. Two people at the moment doing my show. Hmm? You said what? Yes. 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 Okay. I don't know if it's enough. Hold on. Give me a moment. Just give me a second. Had to handle some business. Now I'm back in the game. YG, whack rapper. Wackest rapper alive. No, he's not the wackest rapper. It's West Coast, though. It's Crip and Blood. Crip versus Blood. The Crip, we all know. Who am I going to say? Who am I going to say? What Crip has raps offbeat, has a baby mama that's crazy. He's crazy. The whole situation is wild. Anybody guess? We pardon the interruption. Okay. If YG was a member of NWA, he would be regarded as the best. Kanye, are you kidding me? It's Ye, by the way, now. But he's a Crip and he raps off beat. I'll almost give it away. He had a song called Tatiana. Tatiana, Tatiana, Tatiana. Who had that? Come on, anybody? Rick James? He's a cripple. He's not a cripple. He's a Crip. I think he's rolling 60s. I think he's rolling 60s. I can't remember which side of the Crip lexicon he's on, or the dictionary he's in, or the encyclopedia of Crips. He's labeled as. Not Diddy. Okay, you're not getting it. Anyway, YG, just trash, just terrible, horrible. I tried to listen to the CD. Not the CD. You know what I mean. The album, and it didn't hit for me. Nothing hits for me. His singles don't hit for me. Nothing really hits for me. You need to listen to more YG to understand. Well, I need to understand. Like he's like part of Genius. I'm sure if I go to Genius, yeah, they broke down that line. It was a deep line. He said he's gonna push a nigga's wig back and getting his Maybach or something crazy like that, something stupid. Like that's technically what's on the album. This ain't a Corvette. This is a Rari or something like that. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm so sick of that shit too. I'm so sick of that. Where are the rappers are fearful. See, Ye in his day, not trying to rhyme, but Ye in his best days had the linkage of conscious rap and street rappers and ideas and thoughts, and had them all combined together and totally different sounds and different textures. That's when he was in his best way. That was his best timing. He definitely exhibited something that nobody really had the cojones to even try. Everybody was afraid. You can't talk about that. You can't have Jay-Z and Talib Kweli. Oh my God, on the same album. You can't have Mos Def on and Freeway on the same song. What is wrong with you? This is crazy. This is wild. You can't do that. He did it. He did that. He did it. So I mean, that's what I'm looking for in an artist. An artist that's fully rounded. Even Jay-Z. Jay-Z is the Michael Jordan of hip hop. He is the greatest because he took on, conscious ideas, things of consciousness with street rap and mafioso rap. So he had the idea of saying, screaming at my arraignment, all black guys, sports and entertainment. That still rings true today. That's prescient. That hasn't changed. All black folks are expected to be rappers and actors and people in the entertainment business and stuff like that, or drug dealers. Ooh, this is Rick James. Ooh, Khloe Kardashian in my t-shirt for you hating ass. I know you that gotta hurt. Ghetto superstar since I was 16. Now I got a billboard, the Crenshaw King. Does nothing to me. It's just like air passing by, it's like a whistle in my ear. It's nothing. I hope you're being sarcastic, Rick James. And Rick James, I guess you're counted as a view, but you're no longer in the viewership right now. But I'll take my 4 likes. But no, YG is corny. He is whack. He is trash. And I hope this gets around the internet. Let people know he is whack. He is garbage. I tried to give him a chance. I gave him a chance. I thought my nigga, okay, my nigga. And Rich Homie Quan. Where the hell is Rich Homie Quan right now? Is he? Where the hell is he? What has he been doing? He had a great joke. People were going around and saying like, oh, he's broke Homie Quan. Is he broke Homie Quan right now? Is he still rich Homie Quan? Does he have money? And it's not just money. It's also who he is as a person. So I think we have to really look at, Rick James saying hard bars. Yeah, hard bars, prison bars, it's goofy, it's corny, it's whack, it's just trash. It's completely trash. All of it is horrible. Like I never heard one line from like, damn, that was a rough bar, that was a hard bar. I hate to go back to Ye again, but I have to. I said he talked about diamonds from Sierra Leone. He talked about the consumerism issue. He talked about his faith. He talked about people in severe situations. He was one of the best. He was one of the best. I don't think he's the best now. He's one of the best now. He was. I've said that Ye is the Magic Johnson of hip hop for a lot of reasons. I'll get into that one day again. It was Kendrick who did those bars. You would be all over it. No, I wouldn't, because Kendrick wouldn't say those bars. He didn't get a Pulitzer for an accident. He didn't get a Pulitzer on accident or because of DEI or something stupid. He earned that. And I'm sure he has Grammys. He's got, I think he's got an MTV Music Award, VMA Award, or VMA, I guess. Pastry Cup, Cakey Rump, Ice Cream Sadie's Truck, 9 Screens, Brady Bunch, Widescreen, was 13 with Fake Bling, when Killer Cam was on the corner with the pink mink. My little man was on the corner with the clink clink, go bank, roll 8, go links. Not impressed. I mean, that's like approaching some good lines, but it's still like, it doesn't mean anything. I want some meaning. Jay-Z had meaning. He said, when Gina 6 don't exist, that's when I stop saying bitch. Bitch! Like, he was talking about Gina 6. That was the racist, timing that occurred with these 6 individuals. They had nooses or something around the tree or something crazy was going on with Jenna 6. That was wild. And he's saying, what does Don Imus and I have to do with this? I missed the part when it used to not be about Imus. What does my lyrics have to do with this shit? Scarface the rapper did more than Scarface the movie did more than Scarface the rapper to me. So that's the reason why these kittens showing they kitten, you kidding. Like, he was talking some real shit. That's Hove. Hove is gonna talk real shit. He'll bullshit. He'll party and bullshit you on the same song as talking real talk. Ignorant shit. That came from ignorant shit. With Beanie Siegel off of his album American Gangster. I'm trying to branch out as many people, even Jeezy. My president is black, my Lambo is blue, and I'll be goddamn if my rims ain't too. Like, just simple rhyming like that, but that whole wave, that whole feeling, that whole vibe of that song was bigger than I think than will.i.am's. I think I Had a Dream or something like that. But everybody was pumping Jeezy. Everybody was bumping Jeezy. Like that song had I didn't vote, and I'm not a supporter of President Obama. He's one of the worst presidents of all time. The first anti-American president, certainly of any time. But let's see. Rick James says, in my opinion, the only one who can compare with YG is the late great. He's not late. You have to remember, late means that you're dead. In this context, it means that you're dead. The late great Andre 3000. Now, Andre 3000 definitely should get his props. He's definitely up there. He has made some thought-provoking music. He has made some great lyricism. He's got the flute album. He's a flautist. I got to give him his props, but he's not one of my top. I think that Big Boy is better than him, lyrically, cadence-wise, the ability to form records, and that's not to say that Andre 3000 is garbage or corny. He's one of the greatest of all time. He's a GOAT. He's one of the GOATs. He's definitely one of the best. I'm not taking away from his talent. All I'm saying is that YG is garbage. YG is straight trash. Like, totally, completely trash. He is an absolute terrible rapper. Like, he's late because his career is dead. And his career is far from dead, sir. His career will be dead when he's dead. His career will be dead when he's dead. So you have to take that into account. I do appreciate the fact that you are so adamant, Rick James, about YG, but we have to disagree. We have to agree to disagree on him. I believe he's just straight garbage. I try to give him a chance, and like I said, numbers sometimes do reflect performance. Not always. Some of the best works, across literature, art, all of them first came out, and people were like, it's kind of trash. I don't like it. And it comes into a moment of time and it becomes a masterpiece. A case in point, The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz as a film was trashed. It was trashed in the reviews. People didn't go to the theaters. People stayed away in droves, and it wasn't that big of an issue. It wasn't that big a problem. But now everybody above the age of 4 or 5 knows the lyrics and the songs and the moments that make up The Wizard of Oz. So you out your damn mind, sir. Ain't no way Big Boy is better. He is better. He's my top 5. He's in my personal top 5. I'll give you my top 5 right now. Big Boy of Outkast, No Malice of the Clips, Jadakiss, Twista, and Master P. Big Boy has some of the worst bars in the game. So give me one of his worst bars in the game. Rick James, please do that. Please give me one of his worst bars in the game. Let me know. Let me know his worst bars. In the meantime, I can do my advertisements. My main man, Peng, has lifestrongapparel.com. LIFESTRONGAPPAREL.com. Here you can find apparel. Of course, you can find fitness gear, but you can also find fruit-infused sea moss. And that is very delectable and very nutritious. It nourishes you mind, body, and soul. So I definitely agree with everything he has, including the blueberry, which I've tried. I haven't tried the other flavors, but among the other flavors are mango and others. So go to Peng's site, lifestrongapparel.com. Tell them that the Goofy Guy Skylar Saunders sent you. Also, B Jackson, BEEJACKSON 5478 on YouTube. He's got near beer reviews. He's got fried chicken. He's got sardines on the grill. I just had sardines early for lunch. I never even thought they could go on the grill. I just pull them out of the can and that's it. But apparently you can cook them on the grill. Anyway, he has great commentary. He has a really wicked sense of humor, and I appreciate that. So I've never met him in real life. I never met him on IRL or on it. I never met him IRL in real life, but he seems like an upstanding gentleman. So go to B Jackson on YouTube. Tell him that the Goofy Guy Skylar Saunders. Also, if you like Peebo Bryson, Whitney Houston, the Gap Band, the Fatback Band, Rolls Royce, and other names and titles, make sure you go to Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. SPIRITSMOOTHTUNES. Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. He has a whole catalog of songs. You can have a nice night with your significant other. Have some wine, some rose petals, and next to a fire. That classic idea of a romantic night. Or you could just be in your car and riding around town, listening to the music, doing your errands, and have it queued up on your whatever device you have in your vehicle. So, Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. Check them out. Tell them the Goofy Guy Scholar Song Essential. Also, go to twitch.tv/DOTFOCUS _ twitch.tv/.focus _ He has great precision when it comes to shooting in these first person games. He has great ideas about the best way to drop in. He comes in off of a parachute, and he's on the ground and he has to shoot the bad guys. It's a lot of fun. I'm coming to his live sometime. He's like, "Hey, it's Skyler in here. What's up, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, my friend?" And it's all good. He's a great guy. I never met him in real life either. And same thing with Spirit Smooth too. Never met him. He's a great guy though on the internet. So check him out and tell him that the Goofy Guy Scholar Song sent you. Also, if you would feel in your mind, not your heart, but in your mind, that I deserve $100 a month, you can join the Scholars 100 Club. Height is a adamant, adherent to this club. He is one of the best and brightest to ever do it. He has definitely shown that this is a great moment, for my brand. He gives $100 a month. He only missed 1 month. That was last month. But he made up for it on the 5th of August. And he just does it. And like I said, he says, I don't need a blue wrench. I don't need to say anything. I just need you to do your thing. You keep doing your thing, doing your shows, putting in work. And so that's tremendous to me. That's definitely something great and admirable to me. So I appreciate him, and if you can find it in your mind to give $100 a month to me, I would appreciate it, because it all goes to a new MacBook. It goes to maybe a camera system, maybe a microphone. I would love to have a microphone. That's the best part about having a show like this. When you have a microphone, it legitimizes you. I don't know why. I could have a fake microphone. I could use this as a microphone. And people are like, oh my God, yeah, he's a real talker. Oh my God, he's a real host. He's got a microphone and everything. So there's that. YG, wackest rapper alive. One of the wackest rappers alive. The worst big boy bar and one of the worst of all time. Turn on the TV and everything is looking dismal. Went in the bathroom medicine cabinet, Abysmal. Was that from the whole world? I think that's from the whole world. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not just saying that because he rhymed dismal with bismal. But look at that. Look what's in that. He's talking about the TV, turn on TV, and everything's looking dismal. Pepto-Bismol. Yeah. Everything was looking sick and sad. So he went to the cabinet and got some Pepto-Bismol. What's wrong with that? How's that whack? How's that the worst? He said Pepto-Bismol. He's essentially advertising for the company. Exactly. That's the whole point. He said Pepto-Bismol is for the shits. Yeah, I know. That's the whole point. That's what everything is looking dismal. Made his stomach upset. He got the BGs or the bubble guts, and he needs some Pepto-Bismol. But it's not just for the shits. It's upset stomach. It's for indigestion, upset stomach, and something diarrhea. They always say it. Wait, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Yeah, it's not just for diarrhea though. I just said it's for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. So it could have been any of those things. He could have just had an upset stomach. He could have just had the sense of being about to have an upset stomach, nausea. But YG is whack. YG is corny. You're not gonna change my mind about that, Rick James. Like I'm probably not gonna change your mind about Big Boy. Big Boy is the truth. When I met her at a party, she was hardly acting naughty. I said, "Shorty, what you call me?" She said, "Shorty, are you balling?" Like he has lines. He's got bars. Any many decision with precision I pick or make my selection of whom I choose to be with. Girl, don't touch my protection. I know you wanted to slip, but slipping is something I don't do. Tipper for life. Like he's got bars. I don't care. He's got bars. Big Boy is the truth. He's in my top 5. He's not the greatest. These aren't the greatest. These are my personal favorites. I don't know who the top 5 greatest are. I know number 1 is Jay-Z. Jay-Z is definitely number 1 greatest rapper. I was reading the newspaper, felt so sick. I mean, no trick had to felt her, but ran to the bathroom and got Alka-Seltzer. Exactly. That's his lines. That's his bars. It's a similar line. It's the truth, though. I was reading the newspaper, felt so sick. I mean, no trick. Had to felt her, but ran to the bathroom and got some Alka-Seltzer. I'm about to say, are you okay with that bar? You're good as big. Okay. I was about to ask you what song that was, and I did say what song you said the worst Big Boy song was. I knew that was The Whole World. But that doesn't mean you're good as Big Boy just because you make a similar rap. That just means the limitations of the instrument. But he's still my top 5 greatest. That's like making it rain every month on set. Let me tell you, because it's going to get wetter. Let me tell you, she's supposed to be an ass Paul McCartney. The lawyer's getting sloppy, soldered all apart, had a tire to a rocket. Send her in the outer space. I know he wish he could, because he's spending 10 20K a day. I wish he would. Like an infant on a double D titty, she's getting plump. Because he miscalculated, this is the second to last gump in the guts from the giddy up. Better choose the right one to pick the kitties up. He's got bars. I don't care. Ain't no way Big Boy singing Hey Well, no, that's not his role. He's not the singer. Andre 3000 can sing. That's partially the reason why they won the best album of the year. Outright, the only hip hop album, the first hip hop album, and so far the only hip hop album to ever garner at least what was it the best album award at the Grammys. But just because Big Boy's not singing on it doesn't mean he's a terrible MC. He's one of the greatest. He's one of the best. And a lot of people sleep on Big Boy. It was like this. It was like, Big Boy, all right, you cool. Is that nigga gay? Andre 3000? He got all these crazy outfits, and he got the wig on, and he's got the turban, and he got his shirt off. He got these weird pants. He's got the Erykah Badu mess up his brains, that bad. The coochie was that strong? Or was that weak? It messed up his whole, brain. So, but then it got to a point where he was doing features. He had a run of features from 2007 to 2009, and he still does features, I think. I mean, he still did features all the way up to about 18 or 19, 2018 and 19, somewhere around there. But I remember 2009, he had features on Rich Boy's song. He had features on who had to walk it out? Who had, DJ Unk? He had features on. He had the song with UGK. I choose. Was it I Choose You? So yeah. So it's just my opinion. All right. It's the second half of the show. No more whack YG talk. Let's talk awesome. Read and share the hottest story on the web. Vessel Control Part 2. Not Ruler of the Kingdom, sir. Why do you keep doing this? I'm not going to get paid if I get Ruler of the Kingdom. That's old. That's old. It's in the dust. I mean, I think I do get paid actually if I do if it comes up, but I'm trying to get enough money for. I'm trying to get enough money for this story. This story needs attention. I've been slipping. It went from 20 to 40 to 18 to 15. I think that's what it was. Or 22 to 18 or 15. So I need to get my weight up. I need to get my work on. Pump the block, as they say. Flood the block. I've said this over and over. This is a story about honor. It's about integrity. It's about fulfillment. It's about achieving. This is an achievement. This story is all about achieving. This man has been honorable in uniform for 35 years. A whole man life. A whole grown man's life. He's been a key player in the space game. And that game it has been rough on him. It had terrible times sometimes, but he pulled through each and every time. He's never lost a vessel, and he's never been ill in space. That's from the Pirates of Penzance. I kind of stole the item. I refigured it. There's a line that says, "I've never been sick at sea," and that comes from also where I first heard it from Aaron Sorkin. He uses that, and I think in some of his stories, his TV shows and his movies. So definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. It's not like, oh, I got a drudgery. Like, yeah, you can read it, whatever. Have a good time, whatever. No, I'm really adamant. I'm like serious about this. This is a great story. I happen to have written it. I'm looking forward to people, sharing it more, more and more. Looking for people to taking the time to really engage with it. It's not too long and it's not too short. It's exactly at the amount of time, amount of letters. God damn, I had pages, numbers in my head. Like that's how crazy my brain goes. Like I'll be thinking about one word and then another word comes out. It's ridiculous. But anyway, how many words of a short story? It just makes a short story. I think a short story has to be 1,000 words. It's just over that. It's like 1,200 words. So you can see it. You can have a sitting. Just you can just read it in one sitting, and you'll really read it too. You'll read it from beginning to end because you'll wonder why. Well, what's happening here? What's happening there? Why is that going on? Why did he do that? Why is he fixing his trousers that way? Why is he why is all that happening? So that's the understanding I had behind this. It definitely brought me to a different level of understanding myself. That's the best part of art, is that you get a greater understanding of your own self. You get an understanding of your own person, who you are and what you're about and what you think and what you feel. You don't put your feelings ahead of your thoughts. You don't put your emotions ahead of your thoughts. But you definitely, emotions are important. Emotions are vital to life. They let you know what's happening. Let you know what is going on around you, and they're your first. I'm not going to say instinct, because humans don't have instincts. We've evolved from instincts. I think that we have the capacity to be monsters or angels, and I don't mean that in a mystical sense. I mean you have a better understanding of humanity and yourself, even if it's in space, just like this story. Even if it's in outer space, it's the same kind of ideas and same thoughts that go on down here on Earth. So we have to acknowledge that. We have to take that into account. All that has to be recognized and reconciled, and we have to have the way to being true to ourselves. We have to have a way to being complete and realistic, and know that we're doing something that is partially our lives. This is my life. I've chosen this career. I had the career since I was 5 years old. I didn't have as wide an audience as I do now, but when I was 9 years old, I had kind of a wide audience. I had my schoolmates. I used to do stories. I used to cut up construction paper and put notebook paper in between and staple it. And there'll be about the seasons. Like I would have Valentine's Day, I would have Easter, I would have what they call spring break, but it was really about Easter. Halloween, Christmas, all the different things that went on in school. That's what was that's what really thought, that's what sparked my mind, sparked my thoughts, sparked my intentions into being myself, into being true to myself and what I have to offer to the world. And time goes fast, kids. This life is fast. Don't say, oh, life is short. It can be cut short. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily short. Life is long. Life is long as hell. But don't think it can't be cut short. I was saying how what was that? I'm 36. That was 31 years ago when I first learned how to write. I learned how to read 32 years ago when I was 4. My father's taught me how to read and write. I remember he had a green board. He had a green chalk, and eraser board. He would just put up words and different things like that, and I'll be able to read them. And I remember at one time in first grade, there's some kid. He just couldn't get through the word mountains. I was like, it's mountain. I'm not. What am I missing something? Like he was like mountain. And I didn't hate on him. I didn't disrespect him. I just thought, damn, there's some kids that have issues with reading. I didn't have that issue. I knew it was mountain right off the bat in first grade. Not to totally pat myself on the back, but that's just the truth. And it goes on to later years in 8th grade. Fast forward to 8th grade. I was supposed to be in a slower reading class. And the teacher, I don't know if it was racism. I don't know if it was just she looked down upon me. I don't know what it was, but she was like, okay, you're going to move up to this class now. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. Because I know these words. I know the text. I know the different metaphors and similes and personification and all the different elements that go into making a story, and the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, the denouement. I knew all of that. Knew all that stuff. Then when I get to high school, I'm in college prep high school course in my freshman year. And I'm just I'm telling my teacher, I can't do this with these time constraints. I was slow because the ideas didn't match what I wanted to write. When I finally got the chance to write something I wanted to do, it was like, bam, it just all clicked. And when I had a test, they had the state testing. They had for tests of your mathematics and your science and your history and your reading comprehension and your writing. I got a 5 on the writing, the highest score you could possibly get. I remember one line was feast your mind's eye on this. Like they must have been like, oh, that's pretty clever, you know. And I said one thing was pretty cloying. Just the use of a vocabulary word kind of gets you ahead of things. If it makes sense, you can't just say, "Oh, hippopotamus and ridiculousness." You know, it doesn't work like that. Rick James, are you still with me, sir? Are you still? Are you just eating? You're sitting back. You're eating your popcorn. I would imagine. did you knock over your bowl of popcorn? But yeah, so that's the truth and that's the reality of it. And then I said I don't have to take CP classes. I can take honors classes. Then I took honors classes and I was mediocre at best. I got C's and maybe a D, maybe a B. One. I have the transcript somewhere. I just dug it up. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here we go. 10th grade year. It doesn't show all the grades. It shows my final grade, which was a C. Honors English. Sophomore year. Then in my junior year, I had an AP course, which is a C, and an honors English, which was a C. So it was all downhill from there. It was all mediocrity, which I hate. I hated myself for being so mediocre. But it was the truth. It was reality. There's shining moments. There's an A. It was an A minus. A nonetheless. That I wrote a story about built on the characters from God damn it. Grapes of Wrath. God damn, see, it's my slow brain. The Grapes of Wrath. I wrote about Turnbull and Jode, Tom Jode, and I had a fiction story about it, and it was my first. I think it was my first A for anything I had written in that entire class the whole time. It was an A. It's the first time. Then it kind of went off after that. Then it was junior year. There were stories that I could do, and I think I got A's on those, but they weren't really part of the curriculum. The whole point was to get you to the AP test, and I took I think 3 AP tests: AP in history, AP Psych, and AP English. And I thought it was all bullshit because I was like, I'm not finna go to college like that. I'm gonna go to Del Tech. Do they even accept AP credits? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I'm going to Delaware Technical and Community College, which is one of the best community colleges in the United States. You can look that up. That's the truth. They have some of the best staff. That's what I'm saying. I had a doctorate, someone with a doctorate holder in my class. I think he was for English as well too. So as well. The two is superfluous, redundant. But I make my corrections on the fly. But I guess Rick James checked out. He didn't say anything after. I see a 0, big fat 0. But no, during that time I had art, ARTTT, Ayn Rand, Touré, and Choi Turing, and also Wes Anderson and August Wilson. These people, occupied my mind. They made it something special. they made it great. And I enjoyed, all that. And that's the reason why I slacked off on my studies. I'm like, there's TV and there's movies and stuff like. What am I doing this bullshit schoolwork for? Possibly another reason why I'm a Marine. Possibly the reason I only had, blue collar jobs and anything like that. So I can see why you're going to school, but it's at the same time, people that have tens of $1,000s in debt, stuff like that. Not about that life. Not about that life. Not even close to it. But they can have, their Mercedes Benz and their Beamers and their maybe a Bentley, maybe a Rolls, maybe something like that. But I'm not going to be stunting and fronting and knowing I have thousands of dollars worth of student loans to pay back. That was never my intention. So I'd rather be a garbage man, dishwasher. What else was somebody that manned the desk, at the hospitals. I traded that in because I know what is going on. It's 14? It was 14 years ago that most of my friends and buddies, quote unquote, my schoolmates, I guess is the best word to say, they graduated from college. Most of them from the University of Delaware, and nobody talks about their, everybody say, "Oh, the degree, yes, great. Well, you're going to graduations. You're going to graduate school. You're going to, what are you going to do? Have you applied? What are you working on? And I hate to say it too, because all of it just like Shakespeare. Just like Shakespeare. What did he say? And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. So no matter what you do in life, make sure you do it to the fullest. Make sure you do it like Ayn Rand says. I can't remember a passage exactly, but there is a great passage. I'm just missing it. But she said, you get one life. You have one chance in this. Make the most of it. It's not really her quote, but it goes along with her philosophy of objectivism. You only get one of these things. We don't have an afterlife. There's no such thing as something that comes after this life. There's only life that's here right now. So enjoy it. Make the most of it. Make the best things. Plan. Do something. Live life. Love. Have work and love. Romantic art. Shows us the best. It shows your romantic life with life partner, somebody that you love, and your career. Love and career. Those are two things that are tremendous values that you will always keep with you no matter what. And you have to have that same sensibility to sustain you throughout a lifetime. Just like Ayn Rand. She was with her husband for over 50 years. 50 years. Now, I wouldn't mind having a wife, but I would love to see just like having a woman that just is there. We don't have to be married. Let's just be there, because I've had 4 serious relationships, and all of them left. Not on my accord. Not even like, oh, I got to get away from this guy. They had pre-planned, ambitions to go to other places. My first girlfriend, she was in the Marine Corps already. For some reason, I was stupid, thinking, oh yeah, I'll meet her. But what's weird though? You could probably meet somebody in the Marine Corps, depending on where you are. I met a guy that I was in boot camp with, years later, so it all depends, And then somebody was at, a few months later, he was at the chow hall, and I just happened to see him, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? We, clicked up like that, but so she had to go away. She went away to Okinawa, Japan, and stuff like that. I never deployed. I don't think she ever went to Iraq or Afghanistan, which is a good thing. Fortunate, she didn't have any injuries or mental illnesses or anything. Not like I do have mental illness, but I didn't go to Afghanistan or Iraq. Just a fact. Not that I wanted to go, but if I had to go, I would definitely go. Wouldn't have, asked for, clearance, to not go or something like that, would have went. But I think with the amount of people that are in my life, they come and go. But the second one was little brown skin thing, little black, black girl, ebony eyes. She went to Florida. She had to go to Florida. She had plans. She already had it in her mind. I'm moving to Florida. And what she do? She went to Florida. Third woman, she was part of the Peace Corps. Totally different from the Marine Corps. We put warheads on foreheads. I don't know what they put on foreheads in the Peace Corps. But she left to go to Tanzania, Africa, to help the little nigger babies, help them out, their turmoil. I guess she enjoyed that. No, you know what? I take that back. She went to Morocco. Africa. She helped the nigger babies in Morocco. My next girlfriend, a white woman, blue eyes, brown hair. She had she went to Tanzania, Africa, and she helped the little black babies with their misfortune. So she could come back to America and say, I just helped the little black babies and help them, and try to change their lives, and a bunch of bullshit, but sounds good, sounds great, sounds real hot. But that's just one to grow with. So what I think about this story, I think about truth. I just think about what's honest, what's just, what gives you the impetus to do something that others may deem to be controversial, others may deem to be evil in a sense, maybe quote unquote selfish. Some people said, I would never do that. That's selfish. In a sense, it not in the way that you mean. It is selfish, but not like I said, not in the sense you mean. You mean that it's like, oh, it's all about me, and I'm gonna have control over my existence and stuff like that. Yes, you should be just that selfish. You should have complete control of your own existence, no matter what it may be. I'll give you a little wink right there. You might see, but make sure you read and share. Vessel Control Part 2. I gave myself my own little echo. Read and share. Read and share. Read and share. Make sure you read and share. So consider that and let it be known. Read and share for this good of the cause. Are you talking about Ruler of the Kingdom, or are you talking about Vessel Control Part 2? Richard James. I'm not going to call you Rick James. Richard James. Vessel Control Part 2, sir. Part 2. And capitalize and put it in quotation marks. How about that much? Or you don't have to do that. Just put it in all caps. Put Vessel Control Part 2. And not the algebraic or Arabic numerals, Roman numerals. Is it necessary to read Part 1 before Part 2? No, it's not. I mean, it will give you better insight into the characters, but not in the same plot. It's a totally different plot. Totally different plot. But if you want to engage and get yourself introduced to the characters, that's what I would agree with. It's like Terminator 1, Abs, Terminator 2 then. No, it's not. It's part two. It's I. That's what it is. Part I. Not Terminator 1. It's just Terminator, not Terminator 1. Then there's Terminator 2. And you got to capitalize. What's going on, Rick James? You on the dust? Tell me you're not on the dust right now. Tell me you're not on the dust. What's going on with you? The dust is the only thing real these days. That's ironic. That's an ironic statement, sir. Because the dust is what makes reality unreality. It makes it unreal, literally. And it has a way of infecting in your brain and changing your mental chemistry. It's what keeps you sane. That is ironic, sir. Again, because if you have angel dust, you may go into a chicken coop like on Friday. Ashy Larry, on Dave Chappelle. What was it? Smokey. Smokey was in the chicken coop. Woo, woo, woo. That was classic. So we got 3 people in here, 4 likes. Rick James is responding. 2 people are shy. I'm talking about my story, Vessel Control Part 2. Ain't such thing as a chicken wing. You mean ain't no thing like a chicken but a chicken wing? Is that what you meant to say? Anyway, I'm just excited because I had a jump in reads, and it's slowly declining over the days, but it was able enough to outperform last month, so that's a good sign. Shy people in the room run their pockets. Yeah, some people, are worried that they're gonna, say something wrong, I guess, or say something, but maybe they're not. The people just, don't want to say anything. I respect that. If you don't want to say anything, that's cool too. Because, like I said, there's 2 other people in here. I have no respect for the shy people. I have respect for the shy people. I've been in rooms. I don't have to say anything. Greg S is going. I don't know what happened to Greg S. Greg S is a staunch supporter. He gave me $7.25. Gave me $7.25. And I was happy with that because I've been beating him over the head saying, "Nate, you broke. You ain't got no money for me. What's going on?" Then he came in. He's like, "You know what? Let me give him $7.25. Let him know that I'm still respecting his grind." So I respected that. I didn't call him a broke bum nigga anymore because he actually gave me money. And that's the beauty of this whole channel is that I get paid. Not even through, YouTube itself, but through avenues of contributions and donations through my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. That's the beauty. That's what's wonderful. That's just wonderful. That's a great thing. Because it didn't have to be. I could have $0 instead of over $1,000. I think it's like at $1,200 or something more than that. Not much. That's not money. That's not a lot of money. I know, and that's over a year of a time. I mean, that's not even close to being enough money. But it's the principle. I'm a man of principle. If you have money for me and I am able to provide a service and a great one at that, then I deserve to get money from you. That is the whole point of all this. Let's just talk about the people that have gone MIA. Greg S., Chelsea with their glasses on, Courtney, Angie. There's a few people that just fell off, off the record. Haven't spoken to him weeks, months. And I don't know why. Maybe they found out I was garbage. I don't know. Maybe I got corny to him. I can't explain it. But hey, it's been real. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate all the hatred that Rick James has spewed. Big Boy is still top 5 for me. and just my personal top 5, not top 5 in the game. But YG is whack. Thank you very much. I'll see you some other time. Take care.